What's going on, everyone? So today we're going to be analyzing job postings and seeing if they're actually legitimately, truly entry level or not. And we're going to go into some of the details as far as what is the description, what does it mean, and they're actually telling you some of them here that we're going to analyze. We're probably going to do two because I don't want this video to go on too long. But before I even continue with that, please hit that like and subscribe button because it really helps me and it entertains me when I see all those little lights jump up and I'm like, oh, right, I'm doing something positive here for you guys. So we're going to dive a little deeper into this and analyze what the hell is going on, because some of these job descriptions, for the most part, HR doesn't even know what the hell they're posting. And how we're supposed to know if they don't know, right? Obviously, that doesn't help us in any situation. So this is what we're looking at today. And right now, we are going to focus on the FBI. Why? Because I feel like this is one of those postings that, and I'm just adjusting my other screen here, the one of those postings that everyone knows who they are, right? And you can't avoid not knowing who they are. I mean, the FBI, they do so much crap, cyber crimes, like child pornography, and so many. The list continues. I mean, if you want to be top notch cybersecurity expert, working for the FBI is probably one of the top tiers as far as stress level. Now, I can't say the same for a salary, but definitely stress level. All right. It is intense. Sometimes it could be life or death. Okay. But other times it could just be, you know, hostages. Well, that is kind of life or death. But when I say hostage, meaning they have your file system, corporation, malware, ransomware, FBI will eventually get involved. All right. And I had come across FBI incidents where when I was working for the city, and obviously if one of the city agencies get compromised, FBI gets involved as well, right? CISA and all the likes, all these three-letter agencies start coming in and they start analyzing what the hell is going on. All right. So let's get in. Since we're a little further in already, check this out. Special agent, cybersecurity technology background. And all right, I mean, that sounds fair enough, right? It's a full-time associate. Now, this is not an entry level, it's associate. So it's like one level above entry level or beginner or junior or whatever you want to call it, right? It's definitely not mid-level. It's not, they're not saying here you have to be senior or managerial level, whatever, associate, right? You're just a full-time employee. You're gonna follow orders. You're gonna be under somebody. That's what it means. You're gonna be under someone. Someone's gonna manage you. You don't know the size of the scope of the team, but we're gonna look a little deeper into what this role entails. All right. So straight off the bat, you got 2 days ago, which is good, right? It just recently listed, and you got 15 applicants. Not a very tough market. Not a tough decision to make if you were planning to apply for this, because you only have 15 other applicants in 2 days, within 2 days. Now, I've seen where postings get listed like on the same hour, and there's probably more applicants than this. And the reason is very, very clear why this is, because the salary range is definitely a lot lower than private sector. Now, this is federal. All right, so FBI is federal. It's a Federal Bureau of Investigation, and full-time associate. All right, you're going to be working with, because the FBI agency is so large, is over 10,000 employees in the law enforcement. I have one company alumni working here and six school alumni working here. That's great. That's great. I could probably reach out to them. I'm not going to do that here. I could probably reach out to them and say, hey, I see that you're associated or somehow working at the FBI. Can you tell me a little bit more? And it's as easy as messaging them on LinkedIn or however other medium, whoever it is. If you have a closer connection, maybe you could text them if you have their contact number. Do that. Always reach out if you feel like there's someone that can provide beneficial information to the organization that you're planning to work for. I do that all the time. All right. Skills: computer forensics, computer science, and 8 more other skills. Wow, just straight off the bat, computer forensics. I do have a history of doing computer forensics, but it wasn't throughout my entire work years, right? I've done it for a few years, way in the beginning. I was working with computer forensic stuff, analyzing hard drive, duplicating them, doing the whole chain of custody. And that was like many, many years ago. So you got to take that in consideration. If you know it, then apply. If you don't, I would say at this point, it probably isn't worth your while. But that doesn't stop us from going into a little more details, because FBI always has other positions. Possibly you can dig a little deeper by reading this job description and understanding it. And possibly you may want to be interested and say, hey, I want to join the federal and there's other positions. But let's dive a little deeper into this one. So they list out, not most organizations, especially private, will not list out 3 steps that easily to apply. So you click on apply. We're going to go all through this. We're not going to go through the incomplete by filling out my personal information, but we're going to click on it and look at additional information, which I already have on this page here. So this is what we're going to look at, right? You click on apply, you start and begin the process. And if you don't already have an account, you create one. Follow the step-by-step process to submit your interest. You will be guided through each step. All right, fine. We're going to do all that. Well, we're not going to do all that. We're going to look into all that. And what is required from one is your resume, specifically noting relevant work experience and associate start and end dates. All right, cool. That's simple enough. Other supporting documents, college transcript. All right, so apparently you have to graduate college in order to qualify for this position. And I'm just going to tell you guys right now, most federal and city agencies require a degree. So if you don't have one, it may be a little difficult, and they are not entertained by 2-year degrees. We're talking about 4, okay, bachelor's. And if you're a veteran, okay, usually for federal and city agencies, veterans have a more laxed requirement because they've done service, which is equivalent to civil service, and vice versa. So but that doesn't stop the private public regular people who never went to the military couldn't apply for this, right? So obviously there is some level of favoritism, but not entirely everyone. Okay, so just putting that out there, because I was able to land a agency job, and I was able to jump from agency to agency without having to be in the military. And there's a lot of other people who are not in the military and able to pick up, civil service jobs as well. You just be a civil servant. You can even work at the NYPD without having to be a cop. You just go in there as a what do they call them again? There's a word that they use. Not I was gonna say pedestrian, but oh shoot. When it comes back to my mind, I'm gonna bring that back up. All right. Anyway, we're gonna go into the job description. So salary level, right here. Use your cyber and IT background to become an FBI special agent. FBI special agent apply their professional experience, unique skills to set to their work role every day. All right, now this is just a very high level what you're looking to do on the day to day. All right. And of course, the salary level, which I mentioned before, 81 to 129, is a pretty big range. But of course, they even state here salaries commensurated, right, to experience, to your experience and your physical location. And why does that matter, right? Because one, they're gonna base how much they pay you based on your skill or how much you know, and then two, they're gonna factor in your cost of living in depending on what state. And most of the time, for FBI, it's going to be anywhere within the United States. Unfortunately, I don't think they hire outside of the country at the moment, at least not that I know of. And, it cost of living in, like, let's just say New York City compared to Indiana, it's going to have a huge difference, right? Possibly. You guys going to probably debate that, or Texas, or Florida, or Virginia, and San Francisco, California, wherever, right? Every state has a different cost of living because every state has, well, I shouldn't say has, some states have, taxes, a lot of taxes, state taxes, city taxes, and income tax. Not every state has all 3 of those, right? And of course, property tax, real estate. Some may be a lot cheaper. Real estate in certain parts of the United States is a lot cheaper than other parts, and I guess that's how they factor it. But I don't know how they actually. I've never seen a map of, and I haven't seen it because I haven't looked for it. But I never seen a heat map of like, oh, this is 10% more than this other state, or I don't know how they even factor all that, right? But anyway, let's look into the duties. The duties is adhere to strict standard of conduct. Okay, that's typical. So far, they haven't listed anything that's like a requirement of what an associate needs. Certifications, what kind of software, hardware, anything else like that, right? But you do have to pass all physical fitness requirements, even for a cybersecurity job. That is insane, guys. At the FBI Academy in Virginia. All right. I don't even know how you say that. Quantico. I think that's it. Quantico, Virginia. And maintain a high level of fitness throughout your career. Whew. I mean, I think I still qualify. But, even for NYPD, if you've seen some of these guys, they definitely don't adhere to any kind of fitness levels. I'm just saying. All right. I'm just saying. Pass a medical exam, which includes, but not limited to, meeting visual and hearing standards. So obviously you need to be able to see and hear, I guess, like a good higher percent, like maybe 95 to 99%. Not everyone's going to have perfect 20/20, and not everyone's always going to hear every little pin drop. But I think what they're saying here is that they're not entertaining anyone with any type of disabilities, right? You can't be legally blind. And when I say legally blind, you're not like, you can't see, you just can't see well. All right. So there are some differences. And of course, they're going to, there's some fitness requirements here. So this is getting really tough. Now I'm trying to figure out, like, is that real? Right? So how would I know all that if it's real or not, even if I work in the IT section of FBI? Well, that's when you actually have to go back to your resources. If you have someone or know someone that actually works there, or if you don't, right? Let's just say no one I know works here, or no alumni, then what do? You Google it. You do some research. You go on Reddit. You look into the more information on working at FBI. Just Google working at FBI, blah, blah, blah. All right. So that's good. Let's just see. Successfully complete approximately 19 weeks of employment at a special agent training. This seems excessive. At the same time, and my goodness, right? Work a minimum of 50-hour work week, which may include irregular hours and on-call 24/7, including holidays and weekends. Guys, that is steep. That is deep. Does that equate to this? Does that even balance if you were even to max out at the 129,000? I don't know, guys. I don't know. Just needed a boost of coffee over here because, I need that picker upper right now. So guys, 50 hours work week. Can you imagine, like, 50-hour work week? And you land this as your first job, but you can't even, because it's an associate, right? So let's just say you had a 2-year experience or 3-year experience, and you say, oh, I want to go to FBI, and they bring you on board and they give you $100,000, right? Because obviously not everyone's going to be able to max out at a max rate, because we've seen that before, and I spoke about it here. They put these attractive levels. It's really just to entice you, not really to offer it to you, right? They just kind of egg you on, come in, carrot on the stick, and then as soon as you interview and you get an offer, it's probably a good percentage below this. But anyway, 50 hours, does that even justify? Just based on looking at this, for my personal experience, I will never, ever work for the FBI. Why? Because, goddamn, 50 hours, 24/7 on call? Holidays and weekends? Can you imagine that? You're celebrating the weekends, holidays far, far away, and you get a call. Hey, we got a situation. A situation. We need you back. Oh my goodness. This is severe. We need you now, here, physically. And you just have to find a way to leave and get back, or you lose your job. Ouch. Little intense, guys. Very. I said little, but that's pretty intense. That's very intense, actually. Uh, all right. So, in addition, a special agent candidates must successfully complete the special agent selection system (SAS), SASS, a mentally and physically challenging process designed to find only the most capable applicants. This selection process typically takes 1 year or more to come. What? My goodness. And you have to be a U.S. citizen. Okay, we spoke briefly about that. But there's an age range. You have to be at least 23 and have not reached your 37. So you cannot be over 37. I guess you can. Oh, so saying here you can not have reached your 37. So you can't even be 37. You have to be like 36 and below. And I guess if you're turning 37 as you're applying for this, you may not be able to get this position either. Crazy. FBI requirements are crazy, and it's no wonder why they're having a difficult time finding people. But not to say they're not. They probably are, only because of their reputation. And a lot of youngins do not know what the hell they're getting into. So I did click on the apply, and this is where that brings you to. And pretty much it goes through the same information, but a little more laid out visually, and it's on the official FBI website, so you actually know that it's coming from them. And then you start the whole process. It's intriguing to say the least, and they very detailed, very, I would say they're very like organized, right? And that's usually like the military, and the structures, right? So they tell you step one, step two, step three, and they're so structured. I've never really have seen this in a private sector job. And we'll just take one for example. Boeing is actually private. No, Boeing is public, right? What I mean is non-federal, non-military, non-legal or enforcement. All right, so other jobs. And when I say that, let's take Warner Brothers, lead cybersecurity engineer. Well, these are lead roles, right? This is more. This one actually looks more enticing. Oh my goodness, look at this. Warner Brothers doesn't even post a salary, but look at Nvidia. Tell me, when you see things like this, do you not want to click on it? Right? It's almost like Nvidia selling their GPUs on the hype of all crypto. Their job posting is equivalent, right? They're so attractive. My goodness, 160 to 304. I mean, woo, my goodness. Very, very attractive. I have 9 school alumni working here, over 10,000 employees, similar to FBI. I guess anything over 10,000 is like, it's either 10,000 or more or 10,000 and less. And about the job, we are looking for a senior information security engineer to scale and automate integrated security into the software development lifecycle and helping teams prioritize the security findings. Oh, that's awesome. That sounds so intriguing. And of course, we know, this video, well, I'll probably jump into a more consistent of job analyzing and would you apply or would you not, right? And this one, you need 7 years of experience in software development or related field with a focus on automation. And I could tell you guys right now, I don't have 7 years of experience in software development. Not even close. Not even close. Maybe like around 2 at most. While I was working at hardware, I mean at healthcare. But software development or related field, eesh, no, nah, not me. But yeah, I wanted to come here today, and I wanted you guys to understand what's the requirements for signing up or looking at jobs, and we kind of shredded the FBI one a little more, and we kind of understood what they're asking for and if you should even waste your time applying to them, because it does take time to apply to certain job postings, especially when they're not like easy apply or quick apply, where you just click on the button, it takes your information, and then, hey, you apply for this job. No, some of them really require you to enter a lot of additional information, personal information, social security number. And I can guarantee you at federal ones, they're going to ask you for all that. And you don't want to just leave it alone you want to analyze job descriptions, so you want to go on the future, you can see, have an idea of like, okay, FBI usually has these criteria. Let me just skim through it again and see if they're still asking for the same thing, or if they still require people to work 50 hours a week. 50 hours a week, guys. 50 hours a week, you better be getting paid like, $500,000 in order to do that. Plus on call 24/7. The salary range does not justify any of the timing or the scheduling that they want. So I'm just putting that out there, you guys. And of course, hit that like, comment, subscribe, and I'll be doing more job analysts analyzing job postings on LinkedIn, and if there's other, I guess, job platforms or social media platforms that have job postings on cybersecurity related positions, let me know, comment below, and I'll look into it, and we'll analyze it together. All right. I want to thank you guys, and hopefully we'll continue this journey on looking for a job for you guys. All right. Talk to you guys soon. Bye.